Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your September mid-month reading. Spirit for 2022. Let's see what's going to happen for the rest of September now. Like, oh my gosh, we're approaching October already. Crazy stuff, right? That's pretty darn amazing. So let's see what the rest of the month is going to look like. What do we got going on here? Well, interesting. Alrighty, let's talk about your cards. Okay, first up, we're going to talk about what's going on now mid-September. Okay, first card up, we have the Strength card, then we have Death, and then we have Three of Pentacles. Here's what I'm getting. Okay. It looks like with the Death card, something is coming to an end, okay? Something is going to end, so chances are it's so something new can begin, okay? This may or may not apply this month to you, and we'll talk about that when we get to the next set of cards, because I think there might be a little blip, okay? So usually this is something ending, so something can begin. I think it's around work. Okay, because we got the Three of Pentacles. This is about work. This is about showcasing yourself. This is about working with others, collaborating, that kind of thing. So even if it's not like work, like a job, it could be, I don't know, people you're working on projects with, people you play sports with, people who you're in an art group with, or quilting club. You know what I mean? It's around collaboration with people, and something is going to end. And I think it's going to end for you. And you are really going to need this Strength card energy to work through this. I know that sounds really dramatic, but to get through whatever this ending is, you're really going to have to put on your big girl, your big boy pants, is what I'm seeing. And I say this because, okay, I'm going to talk about what's right in the middle of the reading right now. The card smack dab in the middle is the Magician. Now, normally when I see this guy, I love this guy. He's so good. He's so awesome. He's so powerful. He's like, he can make magic. It's alchemy, right? I have a feeling that that energy might be thwarted a little bit because one of the two cards that came out with it is the Devil. There is some kind of distraction going on with you. And I think whatever this distraction is what ended this thing, right? So remember how I was saying that the Death card is usually something ends and something new begins, or there's a transition of some type, right? It's a positive card in most circumstances. I'm feeling like when this ends, there's not going to be something new starting because of this Devil card. Something is throwing you off. It's throwing you off course. It's throwing you off your path, your destiny, whatever. But there is something that's really it's really thrown you for a loop. That's why I said this Strength card is really important. And it almost feels like you're leaving this group, or maybe even getting kicked out, right? Like it's just that like there's an unfortunate feeling here. Along with the Magician and the Devil card, though, we have the Ace of Wands. I think this goes hand in hand with your Devil card. I think someone comes to you and presents something and says, hey, you want to get in on this? Do you want to be a part of this? Do you want to invest in this? Do you want to hang out with us? And it's like, it's tempting and it's enticing. And on the surface, it looks really good, like this, but underneath, it's really this. I think that's probably what's been happening this month and where you are now, right? So I think that it's possible for the positive aspect of this Magician card to kick in. So should you decline this thing that you were moving towards, change course, alter course, take another direction or whatever, maybe even go back to this group, right? And say, hey, guys, I messed up. You know what? That thing I was looking at, yeah, it was a bad idea. Like, you guys cool if I come back kind of thing, right? if you do that, if you go back, it could go well, but I think you're really going to have to eat crow. Because when I look at the potential outcome cards, we have the Five of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Empress. So what this is saying is you could go back, right? But if you do, things won't be the same, and you need to realize that. And you can't be upset with the fact that when you go back, people aren't just going to like let things be as they were before. I think they'll be fine, but it's going to be different, right? It can't be the same. This is something that you're going to have to leave behind. Or if you don't go back, you can look for other options. I think there are potentially a lot of ways you could go, directions you could take, people you could hang with, whatever. I think there are a lot of options and choices for you. The key is going to be making sure that you make the right choice so that it is for your best interest. Like, you want the best interest of everyone involved. I understand that. But this has got to be more about you. And I say that because you really need to focus on yourself. Because I think this distraction, it was probably focusing on yourself, but in not a great way, right? The Devil card also quite often speaks to addiction. So, most people think drugs, alcohol, right? Kind of thing. There's a lot more addictions than that, right? Shopping, eating, sex, spending, working can be an addiction. Anything in excess, anything where you're doing it too much, that could be an addiction. And that's, I think, what was throwing you off, right? You were doing something for you, but it wasn't in your best interest. Whereas now going forward, you need to make sure that what you focus on and the choices you make, decisions you make, and the paths that you take are in your best interest, and you will know because you grow and flourish in a very positive way, right? This is how you're going to know what's the best path for you to take. And like I said, you know what? Pick these cards up, so I'm going to grab one of these. Like I said, you can go back to the other group, right? That Three of Pentacles energy that you left or got kicked out of or whatever. You can go back, right? And say, listen, I want to come back, and I know things are going to be a little bit different, but that's okay. I'm cool. We'll be fine. We'll make it work or whatever. And check the card that came out. So this is a little bit insight as to sort of how the month, once the month ends, where you're headed from here. The card that came out is palmistry, and it's interpretation. So remember how I was saying with this Devil card, you were probably doing things for yourself, not realizing that it wasn't serving your best interest? Yeah, we want this Empress energy instead. And the thing is, a lot of it's going to be around how you interpret what is coming to you, how you interpret your choices, right? And what's available to you. So I think that's going to be a big thing for you. And I'm going to grab one more because this was the deck I meant to take. Oops. That's okay. And then we have Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. Here's the thing. With this, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to compare like the Devil and the Empress, right? With the Devil energy, it's sort of like taking the easy way out is what it was. It was like, it's like spiritual bypassing, right? It's like, I want the result, but I don't want to do the work. Honey, doesn't work that way, right? You need to, so the balance piece, right, is you need to balance what you want with the effort involved. And you want to make sure that balance is there, right? So what you want and the effort you're going to put in, they have to be equal. It's got to be an equal energy exchange there because you already know what it feels like when it's not. Do you see what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. I think there's like some really good potential here. Yeah, it might get a little weird this month, not going to lie. It's been kind of a wonky reading, right? With kind of losing this Three of Pentacles piece. But like I said, It is still there for you. It is still an option, right? But you do have many more. So good luck with everything. I hope it goes well. And you know what? I would love for you to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really does support me and help grow the channel. So I would be eternally grateful if you could do that. And you know what? I'd be eternally grateful for you anyway. So there you go. All right, we're going to leave it there. So until I see you next time, much love and light, health and wellness, peace and prosperity. Take care, Aquarius. Bye.